Where's the look dark?
Yes. You're a Ghanaian. You're gonna look dark on the film sometimes. What we need to do is get
Close the door.
a better light. No, the actual bulb, we need more of a warm color of a natural light than this stark white.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. We're discussing light bulbs and how Dina's dark.
Hi everyone. So I've seen it, aka Aka or something.
The cameras are a little bit far away, so it's hard for us to see who's joined what. So
Yeah.
our apologies.
Thanks for joining our live.
Guest star Adriel right here sleeping.
Yeah. He doesn't want to lay down. So
Oh no, he wants to lay down on the dada.
on the dada, that's what I'm trying to say.
Let's see here. While everyone joins in here for a minute, I'm going to browse on my cart for when we ordered these lights. I want to see something, the type of bulb, so I can see if we have warm ones that we can order. Where did it go? Okay.
Thank you. AKA or Aka. I don't know what to.
E26 socket photography.
Hello. Thanks for joining our live. Kindly let us know where you're watching from. Happy Friday. It's Friday.
So these just like a standard bulb, but what we need is a warm one.
So it's gonna take a standard bulb.
Yeah, but we need you want them to be bright enough, huh?
Yeah, I know. So today, as you can see in the topic, we are going to talk about protecting yourself on social media, specifically removing your information from search engines. Um, Good evening, yeah, wisely. Thanks for joining our live.
Here, I'll join our live one here so I can see who's typing. Swamp Uber.
So if you join our live today, kindly share. We wanted to share an important information, something we know a little bit about. I think Chris knows more about it than me. I'm learning from him on that one. So please, you can tag a live less scripted. We saw this. She was talking about a stalking issue about her family so recently. So we planned on talking about it and then giving our 2 cents on that one. And then let our viewers know how you can also protect yourself or remove your information from search engines. So Chris is going to continue that.
Yeah, so welcome everyone. And I'm going to go over how to protect yourself, not just as someone who may be on social media, people may know you, a content creator, but just your everyday stuff. I mean, this can really help you, especially if you move and you kind of want to leave a life behind you. If, let's say, you have a court protective order and you want to keep someone away from you, or just in general, if you want to remove as much of your private information as you can from the internet. And one of the easiest ways to do it is to use a search engine like Google. And you want to go on there and type in your name and the city that you live in. So your full name, city that you live in, and then people finder, people search, whatever kind of people searching word you want to use. And suddenly you're going to get a bunch of websites. If you're in America, the biggest one is going to be White Pages, which is our online phone book. And you just kind of want to start from the top. You want to click in, and with some of them, you have to scroll to the very bottom, and you want to click either remove my information or contact us. Now, in the contact us with a lot of these websites, like Live People Search, People Finder, all those other secondary big ones, Intilus is a really big one. And forget the other one that I found that actually owns quite a bit of these websites. But what you can do is you can go in there under the contact us and let them know in a drop down box what you want to contact them for and select remove your information from this page. Now, there's quite a few steps. You have to first verify who you are. So the easiest one I found was White Pages. You just plug in your information. They have you click into your actual listing on their site. And then what they do is they call you with an automated message. So you do have to put in your current phone number for them to call you. Now, these other websites, you really have to verify your information on it. They're going to ask you like your full legal name, full legal name, and some of them even asked your date of birth because they already have that information from public records. So they need to verify it is you. Next part is they're going to have you on a few of these sites verify a phone number that they have on file for you or an email, and they'll kind of show you a partial. And what you have to do is type in the full one, and then they'll contact you through that with a verification code. Then you type in that code. So Tina and I spent about an hour last night going through a few of the big ones. I'm going to still continue it. But what I found is certain sites have really up-to-date information. Like if you moved 2 months ago, they know where you live now. Some of them have your current cell phone number, your email, a bunch of stuff. So you want to get all that information off there. A few of them might have your previous address, but not your current one if it's been less than a year or 2 years. So don't just search your current address, search your previous one and kind of go through and start removing your information. And I believe that this is really going to help people, especially people that are really big on social media, that problem with stalkers, maybe obsessed fans that are, showing up and trying to get a hold of them in person. And also for anyone that's been a victim of domestic abuse and violence that wants to get out of a situation, relocate to a new city or state, and not allow that person to find them. You really need to spend some time doing this. Don't be alarmed with these real popular sites like People Finder and White Pages when they ask you to verify your information. It'll be simple information like your name, current phone number, your date of birth. They will not ask you for your social security number or a credit card. It's completely free. They have rules they have to follow. So they will give you options. I found a website last night that owns quite a few of these websites. So it's like the main website, the main company. And that one was, let me pull it up here real quick. Is it this one here? peopleconnect.us. They own a lot of those information databases. They even own classmates.com. So when you tell them that you want to make your stuff restricted to pull it off, they'll pull it off on 5 or 10 websites at the same time. So that'll save you some time there. And once you do this, you don't have to go back in. I removed our information off of White Pages over a year ago. It never came back. And you'll be pretty surprised, like aliases, family members, and how easily they can link you to other people too. And, they have disclaimers on it. This isn't for hiring purposes, like businesses aren't supposed to use it. But a lot of them probably do. Like, are you affiliated with any criminals, anyone that's ever worked here? Some businesses don't follow those disclaimers and they'll still use that information. Another thing that is good about this with the aliases and family is it listed my wife Tina as an alias, and I have sisters and brothers, mother and father that were listed as family. So if, let's say a crazed fan can't find you, they can now start harassing your family members. So it's really good to remove your information off there. If you have friends and family, let them know, go onto these websites and start the removal process. Let's see, another one I went to here was benverified.com. Huge website, I'm sure we've all seen those TV ads, verify the plumber coming into your house, verify your babysitter. That's cool and all, but I don't want my information on there. Not that I have anything to hide, but I don't want someone to be able to find me to do harm. Or maybe an obsessed fan, let's say we become really big 2-3 years later, we have a crazed fan that shows up to my front door at 2 a.m. that's what happened to a life less scripted.
Yeah, Ruth and Derek.
Ruth and Derek, Derek was out of town. Ruth is home alone, and somebody shows up to her front door at 2 a.m. She was asleep. She didn't physically see the incident. Her neighbors were awake. They called the cops. They have the information, and Ruth has been talking about this too. So I recommend everyone remove your information off the internet. There's no reason why your phone number and address should be out there for strangers to find. I mean, think about it. If you want someone to find you, you'll let them know where you live. We have some comments here on Facebook. Let me jump back in here. Let's see, where's the most current one? Update. Yes, I mean, that's really what this is about is, you know, that there's nothing wrong with being on the internet, having your family out there, having a good page, but just be aware there are going to be risks. People may show up to your home if your information is out there. People may follow you in your car. You know, it's, you know, if somebody has your kid's first name and you live in a smaller town, they may show up to their school and try talking to them through that school fence. There's some really crazy people out there. So as much information as you can take off, I recommend that you do it. And then, you know, for some pages where let's say there's already been an incidents like Ruth and Derek, I recommend a really good security system. Now, most high quality standalone camera systems by like Bosch, like business grade ones, you know, everyone wants the best picture with zoom. Those are standalone systems. They're not going to be monitored by a professional agency. So if you are sleeping in a motion and someone's outside of your house, there'll be no one to notify you. So if you want a good monitored system, kind of do your own searching, because I know it's going to vary from country to country, or if you're in America, from state to state of where you can get coverage. In America, we have Brinks Home Security, and I always forget the other one, but they're a really good company. I'll have to come back to that. So while I'm talking, I'll look it up. So a monitored system is, let's say you have sensors and cameras outside or even inside of your home too. If there's motion and activation and someone walking around, it'll notify the agency, and then they'll call you, they'll text you, they'll reach out to you to let you know, hey, there's something not right. And there's other good best surveillance monitored. And there's other, you know, features to these systems. They can have monitored smoke alarms, monitored carbon monoxide alarms. And I mean, it is a monthly fee with these type of systems. What is that called? I'm so sorry. Let's see here.
So if you just joined, thank you so much for joining our live. We saw a life less scripted. It's also another family page. They are based here in the United States. I think the lady's name is Ruth and the husband's name is Derek. So they had this talking issue that we thought we should talk about. So Chris is sharing what he knows about it.
So I found those top three I was thinking about. So Brinks is known as ADT now. Sorry, I'm used to the old TV commercials. Second is Vivint, and third is Simply Safe. Those are generally the top three professional monitored systems. And so, I mean, if you don't want a monitored system, at least get, you know, those Ring cameras, those Eufy cameras. Get your own system. You can set it up to your phones, a tablet, a computer. If you're always behind a computer, you know, if there's movement, if there's something, you can even program zones certain times. So if you don't want notifications during the daytime and only at night, it's a very good system. And some of them are subscription based, others are just local only. Even with the local only ones, with most of them, you can have web access to them. So we have cameras over his crib that are local only. We didn't buy the subscription service, but because they're hooked up to Wi-Fi, it can still send us notifications if there's like crib movement, if he wakes up, if he starts crying, stuff like that. So, I mean, these are all things to really think about, is getting a good camera system. on your home, even just a simple Ring camera on your front door or whichever company you go with. Some of them are, I mean, if you live in good climates where it doesn't really freeze, those battery ones are really good. They last for like 6 months before you have to even recharge them for a couple hours. If you live in an area like us where it freezes, those are not a good option because the cameras don't work below like -10. So yeah, I mean, you have a lot of options. You can even get some inside ones. You know, if you want in like your baby's room, the nursery, if you want like a carbon monoxide alarm in there or a smoke alarm. They even make window breaking sensors too. And it doesn't go off if you dropping pots and pans or anything or kitchen cups. It goes off strictly with a certain frequency of noise of someone breaking your windows. These are just all things to consider. You know, remove your information online, keep yourself protected in that sense. And then also, you know, get home security cameras, even if it's something simple, doesn't have to be anything expensive. Probably 80% of these now are non-professional installation. I know one other Ring cameras recommends professional installation because it's all hardwired with Cat5 cable and all that. But a lot of these, you plug them in and you play. That's it. So, I mean, I'd highly recommend this. And then my third and final one is just be aware of your surroundings. Be aware, you know, if you're really popular on social media, if you're rising up, if you have a stalker, if you have anything like that, you know, part of good driving practices is checking your mirror. But just don't check them for cars. Make sure there's not the same car following you for, 10, 15, 20 miles. Granted, if it's a long straight road, that's a different story. But if you're making a lot of turns in a city and this car keeps following you, that's something to watch. And one of the tips I can give to see if someone really is following you is around 2 blocks, take 3 rights and 3 lefts in a row. Don't go straight for a couple blocks if you don't have to. Just take 3 immediate rights, 3 immediate lefts. If they're still following you, then they are really following you. And then in that case, if you feel threatened, call local authorities on your phone and let them advise you of what to do. But definitely be aware of your surroundings. And if you're walking in public and you're live streaming, and is that person following you around the entire time, waiting for you to go off camera? I mean, just all kinds of things. You should always be aware of your surroundings. So, I mean, I guess that's pretty brief on everything. Remove your information, get some cameras, and be aware of your surroundings. And if Ruth and Derek are watching this, best wishes and best luck to you. I hope you guys can get rid of this person that's harassing you and any future people, but definitely remove your information. The one person that already has their information, yeah, it's kind of too late, but it prevents other people from finding them.
Okay. So what are the websites again?
So a few of the big ones here that I found. So I'm going to go through here. So for American people, and I don't know if other countries use it, but White Pages, that's a huge one. Like when you search for people, it's the #1 that pops up. So remove yourself off of White Pages. And then peopleconnect.us. They own a lot of these websites that search for people. If you go to their website, they'll list a lot of them, like People Finder, People Search, Classmates, and that big one, Classmates, find your old classmates. They own a lot of that. So People Connect, Been Verified, FastPeopleSearch.com, TruePeopleSearch.com, and just kind of scroll through different ones. You might have different ones where you are located. There's a lot more, but those are pretty much the top 5 that people use. And they had accurate information. Those 5 websites had accurate information. They had my current cell number. I don't believe they had your cell number because everything's in my name with the cell phones. But they had her information, where she lived. They had our current address, and we just moved here 3 months ago.
Yeah, I don't know why. I thought you deleted those. So for me,
I deleted it off of White Pages, but they get their records from public databases. Public. Okay. So if you really know where to deep dive, you can find stuff on anyone, even if it's been removed. But what you're doing is taking away easy access for that quick search. If you have a dedicated stalker, they're going to go a lot deeper than just using the internet. Yeah, that's just my recommendations to you is get your information off there, get some cameras up, and just be aware of your surroundings.
Sometimes it's scary. So yesterday when you told that when you were looking at it and you told me our information was there, I was like, I thought you deleted that. Was it last month or something? So how come our information is still out there? But obviously they get it from public records. And it's really, I don't know, for me, it's annoying how people are able to get your information from government institutions, especially. Why can't they do something about it? Why should they allow people's information to be accessed by other people to make money out of it?
Yeah.
So
Just the policies that are in place currently for public information, for public records. But as much stuff as you can remove, the better. So just kind of take your time, go through stuff, get your stuff off there, get your information off there. And then the last thing you can do is if you're in a home, like you have your own home and you want to have Google remove your home. And what remove your home means is in Street View, they will essentially fuzz out the front of your house. You have a car park there, your address number, so they can't get a good street view. They can still get a satellite down, they don't take it off. But from the street view, they can get everything fuzzed out. So someone can't get details on your house, where windows are, where doors are.
oh, okay.
So you can actually do that with your own private home. You can't do it with something you're renting or a big apartment building, or you can do it with your own private home. So that's just, yeah, so that's pretty much it. I mean, don't want to see anyone get hurt or have issues, and we're really sorry this happened to Ruth and Derek, yeah. But
so I guess we are going to read some comments over here. I see Ya is typing a lot. Thank you for joining our live. And Florence, thank you so much. Good evening to you also. Who else? Okay, I think the rest are on YouTube
and Instagram, yeah.
Yeah. So those watching us on YouTube, thank you for joining our live. We appreciate you joining us. And so Zane and Geman, you are very correct. It's annoying. I get scam calls all the time.
That's the other one. You just reminded me, scam calls. You can go ahead and finish. Yeah.
I do my best to just ignore all phone calls these days, but it's ridiculous. Yeah, it's really ridiculous.
So what you can do about that, I've really narrowed ours down. Google search "do not call" registry. It's a federal registry, and they crack down on these domestic scammers. The ones from overseas, really hard to deal with, are the ones that hijack phone numbers. So it looks like someone from your own area code is calling you. The do not call list, put all your phone numbers in it and as much information, and they block a lot of that stuff. I mean, probably at least 90%. Again, the international ones, the Microsoft refund department, those are like from different countries.
Yeah.
Even Congress has tried battling that one. That's really hard because they're using web-based software to what they call hijack phone numbers. So if you were to call that phone number back, it would go to some local person who has no idea what you are talking about.
Yeah, I realized, I think I almost got scammed, but I collected my money back. So that was with this antivirus that I've been using.
Oh yeah.
Is it which one was it? So I've been using this antivirus on my laptop. I've forgotten the name.
It was a fake version of McAfee. It was McAfee. It wasn't the legit version you buy.
Yeah.
It was a fake clone that they had sent to her, and yeah, it was bad. They
had their logo, everything. So you think it's coming from them, and they sent me an email that my what do you call it? My subscription has expired, Meanwhile, like I have about 7 months for my subscription to expire. So I was like, what are they talking about? Like, and so I showed it to my husband, and then he realized that, oh no, it's not from them.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying this to actually destroy a particular country or something. But what I've found out is most of the times we get these what people,
Just a lot of different overseas.
a lot
Yeah.
of different
It's not
overseas
just from
people.
one country.
It's
It
not
can be
just
from
from
multiple
one
countries.
country, but it's really annoying that you get them calling you. I paid, and luckily I used my Amex
And so Amex
in pay,
refunded it.
in
Yeah.
paying, and so Amex refunded me back. Amex got my money back from me, but
For internet security, antivirus stuff, what I've used for years, and I mean almost 10 years now, I use Bitdefender. And they started out as a very small company. Now they're huge. They cover mobile platforms. They cover all kinds of stuff. And the original product was Bitdefender Total Security. And it was for computers. I've never had issues with them. They are probably the leading company out there. I've had Norton. I've had McAfee. I prefer Bitdefender. I felt I got better protection with Bitdefender on everything. I know when their mobile platform, like antivirus and security and all that came out, took up a huge space on your phone. It was very slow. It's completely refined now. So if you want a good all-around security system for computers, tablets, phones, I'd recommend looking into Bitdefender. And they're not sponsoring this or anything, so we're not being paid to say that.
no, we
But
are not
this is
being
just from our own
paid.
personal experience.
Yeah, it's just from our own personal experience. I'm going to say something that I've not told you before, and I don't want you laughing at
Okay.
me. Seriously.
Adriel, no laughing. No laughing.
It's just funny. So I got scammed.
Uh-huh.
I got scammed really big back in Butte, Montana.
By who?
I just didn't know them, but they took my money away.
Did you get it back?
No,
Tina.
I got scammed really big. Like
Welcome to America. Let me scam you.
I got scammed. And you being a student and losing like $200, it's just so annoying. Like you're like you don't even have money and you just lose $200 like that. So yeah.
What's some updated comment?
To know if the site is genuine, Google the name of the original site and compare their web addresses to know the authenticity. Thanks for your contribution, Ben. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's nice when we get people to contribute on the topics we talk about here. So even when you watch later, please try and then contribute, okay? There are a lot of information out there. So whatever you know about the topics that we share, please and please, you can also share your contribution or your experience in the comment section whenever you get a hold of this video. So yeah, scamming is real. And then also stalkers are real. So you just have to try and then get all your information as much as you can from the social media platforms. And I feel like so from the experience that we've had right now, you cleaned everything, every information of ours from the pages or from the website.
Yeah, it does. It can take a couple of days for it to actually come off because their whole server has to update to actually remove it. So it's not immediately. So don't do it and then refresh the page and think it's going to be. It takes a couple of days, but it does come off. It does.
You did that last month, and
I did a few of them last night, a few of them a week ago.
I'm talking about last month. Was it last 2 months or last month?
For which one? The white pages?
I think so.
That was 6 months ago.
6 months ago. And then they came back again.
No, not with white pages. Our stuff is not on white pages.
So where are they now?
It was the other websites. You have to remove them individually. One person doesn't own all the websites on.
Mhm.
Just because you do something on one website doesn't affect the other one. Okay.
Okay. So there are lots of those
Yeah,
websites.
you just have to take your time and go through.
I'm just wondering right now if we have missed any of those
I'm
websites.
sure we have,
It's
but that's why you
possible.
spend time looking. Again, hunt a top grade professional level soccer, someone that's really dedicated, that they're going to use other means. Okay.
Mhm.
That they're going to, you know, go around like, oh, I heard they might work over on this side of town, or they might do this. They're eventually going to find you if they're really dedicated. Okay.
Yeah, that is scary. It's really scary.
And I also think to touch on a few of the other camera systems. I know I mentioned a lot of these monitored or self-monitored ones, but you have the standalone ones like home grid, like like security cameras that you see in like department stores, outside of government buildings. You can get home level ones like Lorax and Amcrest, and those can be like $100 to $200 to $300 per camera, depending on what type of individual camera you want. A standalone camera, it's all internal with a DVR or a network video recorder, stuff like that. Those are professional installation, so you will be spending money, and you can make it so they're not connected to the internet. You can make it where they have a backup power supply too. So even if you lose your internet, if you lose your power, it has a battery backup. So the cameras are actually still going. And it's all PoE, so there's no signal to jam. That's a bad thing about some of these Wi-Fi based cameras, like Ring cameras or Eufy cameras, anything like that. Is someone with like a Wi-Fi scrambler, or anything like that can jam your signal, so that you think your camera's going, but it's actually not. But your average person not going to have something like that. But if you want like business grade ones, like times 10 zoom, where you can see a frog on the sidewalk a half block away, like a really good one. Some really good American ones are by Bosch, and they're very expensive. You'll be paying like $1,500 per camera. But again, different people, different budgets, different needs.
Yeah.
I've had the experience of using a lot of these in different applications, and I know that when I looked up a few of the professional grade ones, I mean, I wasn't sticker shock, but when you're looking at a $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 camera that
Yeah,
you just
that
got to
is.
play with just for the camera, that's not the whole system and setup. And you're looking like a single server. You're looking at the camera, the wiring, the installation, the monitors, the control units. You're well over 10,000.
Yeah, that
So
was.
some of those top tier ones are not cheap.
Mhm.
But again, different people have different budgets. They may want to invest in that. They
Mhm.
might have big property, a big house, and they want those professional ones,
Yeah.
And again, if you want monitored ones, look at, type in for your area, monitored security cameras, professional monitoring security cameras. See what's available if you want to invest in something like that. Or if you just want some basic ones, you can, check on your computer, check on your phone, just your own standalone system, and look at those too.
Yeah. So
Yep.
Ben, we have seen your comments, but yeah, I know my husband doesn't want me mentioning names of countries that are involved in this. So yeah, we've seen it.
We
And
know which countries.
yeah. And Zane, and Gilman, thank you so much. She said lovely earrings. Yeah. Thank you.
She has Africa earrings.
Africa earrings.
Every country is on these earrings.
So yeah. But yeah, it's like the day I saw Ruth talking about this stalking issue, I really got like scared for her, especially when Derek wasn't home. She being pregnant with
Very, very pregnant.
very pregnant with two children in the house.
Luckily, she has good neighbors.
Yeah, yeah. It's really good to have good neighbors. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that where we live, we have good neighbors here, really good. And actually, every year they have a huge get together. They block off a section of the street. All the families are coming out. We're actually about to have it here in about a week. Everyone comes out, gets to know new neighbors, stuff like that. So where we live is a very good area. So if there was a car in here, or a person walking around that shouldn't be here, it would be reported immediately.
Yeah.
There wouldn't be a chance for someone to peek into windows and figure out who lives where.
Mhm.
So that's what's really nice about here too.
Good evening, Vidash. We are doing well. Adriel is doing well.
He's sleeping.
Yeah, he doesn't want to sleep on his mat, so
Yeah, we tried putting him on his little play mat where he can sleep. Nope, he wanted
yeah.
the warm dada chair with the heartbeat
Yeah.
and the breathing. He's out like a rock.
But hey, today is Friday, so
It is.
we figured some of you might be awake, especially the Ghanaians, and we have a lot of Ghanaians as our followers. We
And it's
have
hard for us to come early Monday through Friday because she's working. I'm
Yeah.
going back to work
Mhm.
soon. So you guys might literally see live streams where it's just Tina or just me.
yeah,
Because my hours are crazy. She's lucky. She has like the 8 to 5 Monday through Friday.
hmm
I'm everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm salaried, so I get called in if I have to.
yeah. I have like 8 to 5. I even though I have to leave home around 7, and then also I get home if I leave.
Once he's a
Work.
baker, you'll be home around 6.
Yeah, if I leave work around 5 p.m., then I get home around 6 or 6:30, depending on traffic. So yeah. Hello, Godwina. How are you doing? I still owe you, right? I'm going to fulfill it, okay? Don't worry. I know you gave me a deadline, so I'm going to fulfill it. I'll read through it this weekend and let you have it so that I don't take it into the weekdays because weekdays are very crazy for me. So
There is a side note. We did upload a little food short, little 30-second short on each of our social medias. So take a look at that. It's pretty. I will get the full length video out. I haven't even edited it yet. I mean, that's like 2 hours of cooking. I'm gonna edit down into like a quick time lapsed 3 to 5 minute video.
yeah.
Tina wants me to put in measurements. She's like, don't listen to me. Don't do it Ghanaian style. We just do
yeah.
1 Tina handful of this, 2 Tina handfuls of that. I have most of my measurements written down.
So we have grandma here. Hi, you too.
Hi, Grandma.
And Munchkin. Yeah. So. Yep. So yeah, it's just really for me. It really scared me when Ruth started talking about it, and we really planned that. Okay, we want to talk about this, but we've not really had time to sit down and talk about it. And yesterday, Chris went back looking at those websites to see if our information is still out
At least
there.
accurate information.
Yeah, and then lo and behold, he found some. So
They even have our emails too.
yeah,
Like these emails.
ridiculous.
A few of them, like a few of the information like that, a phone number that wasn't associated with me, like I had no idea where it came from, and a few other emails. But it was 90% accurate. They had all of our previous addresses. They had my addresses going back like 8 years. So
Yeah, it's scary. It's really scary.
there's something to be, not something to panic or worry about, but it's something to be aware of so that you can take your time, start searching through. I'm going to continue looking on little back web areas for our information and get it taken off.
Yeah.
But remember, these are all public records.
Mhm.
So again, if someone really wants to look for you, they're not going to use these cheap Google-based websites and all that. They're going to go through other means to find someone. So that's just something to be considerate of. This is for like your local, I'm just going to see if I can find this person, or maybe an obsessed fan who really isn't too dedicated or smart about doing this. They're just going to use Google and people search websites. That's what this really is for. But again, those professional level stalkers, like if you upset the wrong person and they really wanted to find you, they can pull public records from other ways.
Yeah.
So
You have anything else?
I think that's it. I think we need to go put him in his little crib. And
Aside that, if you guys have any questions, we can continue chatting.
Yeah.
If you guys have any questions, Was it yesterday? Yesterday we had a lovely conversation.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so
It was split into two separate live streams. Sorry, I should have just hit mute, but we were launching out of StreamYard, so there's no way to pause the live stream, and so I ended the video. So there's a 6 minute, start, and then it continues on for like an hour and a half on part two.
yeah, I think the part two of the video, someone asked us about how we met, so we have that in that video, and we talked about other things also.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
About me supporting you through school, which will be a different live stream.
yeah.
And Tina wants to get that one up.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, but if you have any other questions, let us know. Hi, Priscilla. How are you? Thanks for joining. Oh, Ben. Ben, are you from Cameroon?
And hello there, Instagram. We have not forgot about you.
Yeah,
There's
Instagram.
really
We are
not a
still
way for
here.
us to link StreamYard to Instagram. Apparently, Instagram doesn't get along with too many people in that regard. There is like a backdoor way we can link it in. It's such a pain. It's not even. I don't want to say it's not worth it, but it's not worth the app struggle and time, and
Yeah.
it's not easy. We can do YouTube, Facebook, multiple pages like that, dedicated website, blog, stuff like that. But yeah, they do not make it easy. But StreamYard is a really good app though. So if you're looking on our Facebook and YouTube side, you can get banners and logos. It's really cool. So we have our logo way up in that corner. Down here we have our name. You can even put like a headline underneath that name. And we have our scrolling stream down here. So I mean, it really is a good platform. I can also make an overlay that goes over our entire screen, which is really cool. So
Priscilla said, I'm good. Yeah, yourself and the family. Priscilla, we are doing good also. So we just wanted to talk. We are done with the main topic of today, but then you can ask us questions if you have any whilst we are here. We just want to chat. It's Friday evening, and yeah, we are with Adriel here.
or if you're bored and want to send us some stars.
Yeah, it seems okay. It seems people really do not know about how to send stars. So sometimes we pin in our comment section that okay, you can support this page by sending us stars. So when you hit on, I think something comes up on our live stream, send stars. So when you hit on that, you follow those options to send the stars. We are not talking about the stickers, no.
All of those are nice.
All of those are
Oh,
nice.
they want a star. I'll give them a lot of stickers.
We are not talking about the stickers, okay? But again, I think we should repeat the main reason we started this social media page. So for me, I do a lot of community service. I have a nonprofit which Godwinner, who is on this, who is on here on the live stream, is also a part of the team. And then I do some community service like providing drinking water wells for villages in Ghana. So we being young couples, we decided that okay, then we are going to start this social media platform so that hopefully we can make some income from that to be able to continue with our community service because we are a young family and we cannot use our salary right now
Hi, Brittany.
for those activities. We need to take care of ourselves. We need to take care of Adriel. So we are not really in the capacity of continuing with that community service. But then if we are able to get more followers on all the social media platforms, if we are able to get people to send us stars, then we'll be able to save it up and then continue with our community service. So And Chris also wants to do other things. We want to talk about it.
Yeah, and about her like providing water. So she's built 2 wells in 2 villages to provide drinking water. What's really important to think about is, I know people are like, oh well, I see all these rivers and streams, why can't you just drink that water? Heavily polluted from illegal mining that the government is trying to crack down on. But it's so out of control. So these remote villages, they have no clean drinking water, or the well is super old and too dangerous.
Yeah.
So she's already built 2 of them. One of them was actually sponsored by the community of Butte, Montana.
I think like
You had a big fundraiser, and that really helped.
yeah, so actually both of them were sponsored by Butte,
By Butte,
Montana.
okay.
So the idea was to build just one, build a well for just one community, but then we had enough money that we could build for another community. So we were able to do that. We still have some money to be able to build one well for another community, but then the money is not enough. Looking at inflation right now, so right now the money is just sitting in the account because we need more. And I don't want to go back and then worry the people, the committee that I did the first 2 wells with, because God, I'm telling you, they did put in a lot of like everything they can to make sure the communities that came on our list got drinking water. Now I'm no more in Butte, Montana. I'm in Minneapolis, and then we have the money there, but it's not enough. We need about, so I think we have 1,500 right now, which is way not closer to what we need to be able to build a well, a drinking water well for any community in Ghana. So with this, if we are able to get more followers, if people are able to send us stars, then we are going to save them up and then add it to what we have already and be able to build a drinking water well for at least a community. We have one community in mind. That we've already met them. So with this, I do it through my family back in Ghana. So my family back in Ghana, they've already met the community elders and chiefs, but then the money we have right now is not enough.
Yep, inflation is just horrible.
Yeah. And I just had a baby. We just had a baby. And so there is no way we can take any money from us. We don't even have any money saved or
to fund it for that project.
yeah, we don't. So that's the idea we came up with, that this social media platform is going to help us do that.
And we're nowhere near close, because so YouTube needs us to have, I mean, just the followers alone, will subscribers, we have to have 1,000 minimum just to even start the process. And we can't even get above 240. We keep bouncing up and down, 235, 240. So we can't even get close. So Facebook and Instagram, I think TikTok has also taken off for us too. But that's how we have the majority of our followers and people that actually tune in and give us feedback. So, but the more people we can get, the more help we can get, then the more that she can do her projects. And as for what she was talking about locally, like I would like to do local projects, let's say for the holidays, I can buy bicycles for children or toys, because I know that a lot of communities have toy drives. They don't always have people donating stuff. So that's something I would like to also do. I mean, if we become really big, then we can provide, the Chris and Tina scholarship for like schools, because Tina is really big into education. You want to tell them about Teen Lead?
Yeah. So some of you have heard about Teen Lead. You've heard me talk about Teen Lead. Some of you too, you just joined us, so you don't really know about Teen Lead. So I have a nonprofit back home, Teen Leadership and Entrepreneurial Development Foundation. So we have it. We have a page for it on Facebook. We have a page for it on Instagram as Teen Lead, on Threads as Teen Lead, and we have it on LinkedIn as Teen Lead. So what we do is we mentor and coach teenagers to achieve their career goals. And more of our focus has been on children in the remote areas, very remote areas in Ghana. So there are places that you get to that you don't even get internet connection. Um, like they don't have good roads, they have very bad roads. So all these places, we are trying to help them, mentor these teenagers in senior high school, let them know that hey, you can do it. There are many what do you call it, professions out there that you can also do. Okay, you can also pursue those professions. So what we do is we invite people who are already in the industry, and I've been a little bit biased on that. I think we have been a little bit biased on that because most of the team members are in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So we focus more on science, technology, and engineering, mathematics professions. So we invite people already in the industry to go to these remote areas to enlighten the children about the various professions out there. You know, I grew up in Azim. I won't say it's not a big town, I call it a village. Yeah. So most of us didn't know all those professions out there. Growing up, when you're asked what you want to do, because you always see a teacher, you always see a nurse, you always see a doctor. Those were the main three things that most of us will say we want to do. But then as we grew up and we were able to go out of where we grew up, we got to know that there are other professions out there that we can pursue. And these people, these children in the remote areas do not have this privilege to get to know that there are other professions that out there that they can pursue. And even if they know about those professions, how would they get there? Okay, what are they supposed to do to get to where they want to get to? I'm an engineer, so I'll use myself as an example. If a kid in the village, in those villages, very remote villages that we go to, get to hear that okay, there is a profession called engineering, but there are different types of engineering too. So that what the kid knows is that oh, I can be an engineer, but then how can you get to that level? Which path are you supposed to take to get to that level? What programs or what courses are you supposed to study to help you get to that level? So we don't get this. And I will tell you the truth. Growing up in Axim, I didn't get anyone to tell me there are these professions out there that you can pursue. So that was what motivated me to start this nonprofit. And we've gone to a lot of places in Ghana. We've done a lot of virtual programs. When you go to our Facebook page, our YouTube page, you find all of them there. Our LinkedIn page, you find all of them there. And the team has done so well. But then this time I had a baby. Most of the team members are also in school. Some of them are young professionals. We are all struggling to get to somewhere, but then also we also want to give to the society. So they are busy, and when they are busy, I don't bother them because I know I'm also busy. And we are all volunteering. No one is paying anyone. So that is one of the main reason we created this page. Before I said yes to Chris, I was like, I have a nonprofit, I do a lot of community work. Is that okay with you? Because if that is not okay with you, then we cannot marry. We cannot go ahead with our relationship. And I'm glad he also said yes, he likes it, and he's going to support me. So I'm just really praying and hoping. We are praying and hoping that this social media pages that we've created will help us in some way to be able to do our community service, to be able to do these programs, STEM careers programs that we do for the teenagers in the remote areas. because it's really expensive to do organize such programs. Normally, I use GoFundMe, but hey, you can't always go about begging. I've like whenever I have to organize a conference, I have to set up a GoFundMe page. I have to be sending the link to people. And sometimes I feel like I'm just disturbing people, begging for money. Okay, but it is what it is. So at least if this platforms is able to give us something, if you watch, if you are able to send us stars, not the stickers.
And then the thing about stars, so I actually did a few tests with other pages. So I think it was like you can get like 100 stars. No, you get like 100 stars for like $1.50 or no, or something like that. And then so you can send that, so it costs you $1.50 to send $1 worth of stars to another page. And then you figure they have to pay taxes on it. So for every
Yeah.
dollar, they probably only get 60 or 70 cents of it.
Yeah. Mhm. So we have some messages here over
I've been
here.
bad about reading.
Some
I'm sorry.
comments. So Brittany, Ben is asking Brittany if you are related to Chris. Brittany
Yes, she
responded.
has to deal with me.
And we have yeah said wow. We have Life of Didi. Didi,
Didi's
thanks
here.
for joining. How are you and the family doing? Didi again, nice one. And we have yeah, who is encouraging people to join and share. We have Nana Amma Sewa Bonsu said hi. Didi said
It's best that
great.
she reads off names, because I will make them sound horrible.
Ben said share. Oh yeah, make on a share. Ben, thank you guys so much. We really appreciate everything. Yeah.
Share my food video too.
Yeah, I said what God cannot do does not exist. Yeah, that is true. Yeah. Uh, so yeah, I said, but don't forget to tell me where you saw Chris. So okay, so she's asking how we met.
That's in the other video.
In the other video. I don't
You have to watch the other video, the other live stream from last night, and then fast forward through it. We met in Montana when she was done with her master's, before she started her PhD.
Mhm.
And we met at a restaurant. I was the brave guy that sat down next to this beautiful single lady sitting across the room, thinking she'll just reject me.
So yeah, we met in Beach, Montana.
For the full story of us meeting, you have to watch the other video.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then we did say in that video, we will make a separate video talking about our life when she was getting her PhD also. So that's a completely different video.
Yeah, so Didi said just keep pushing, it will work out. We will, Didi. Nana Mas Sewapon, so keep up the good work. Yeah, we'll do that. We are really hoping the social media thing kicks off for us so that we'll be able to do what we love best. Like,
and it will slow down
helping
a little
people.
bit when we go back to work, because when I work, I have a minimum hours. I work 55 hours a week, minimal. That is in my contract. So Tina, if everything goes right, she's like 40 hours a week that she works.
It depends.
And then of course
also
having a child and drive time, taking him to and from daycare,
yeah,
you'll have a 12-hour day also.
yeah, it's going to be crazy very soon for us. But yeah, that is life. So we just have to make time. Once we've created these social media pages, we have to make time to get it going. So that's what we are going to do. Yeah. When you close from work and coming back home, if you like, you can do some live
I'll set up my phone mounts in my car and I'll do little, streams.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just talking about stuff.
You can see all the traffic I have to deal with.
Yeah.
Now, if I work like the 5 to 3 shift,
Mm-hmm.
when I get off at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, traffic really isn't that bad. But when I work like the 7 to 5 shift, I hit the 5 o'clock traffic coming home, that's bad.
Oh.
But if I work the 12 to 10 shift, I have no traffic at 10 o'clock at night. But what sucks about that is the winter time when you get really bad snow. I had a storm real quick last year, and I was driving home at about 10:30 at night. And even with all the cars doing 15 miles per hour on the highway, one car just out of nowhere whoop, turned around, did a 180, and was just facing me, doing 15. No one driving fast, reckless, just out of nowhere, lost traction. So we get some really bad snowstorms here.
Yeah, grandma said you two need a date night. Grandma, we do. We are scrambling to find someone to watch Adriel so that we can go on a date night. There is a cinema here. We can just buy popcorn and then sit at the cinema and watch
If you think she eats a lot of pizza from the other video, you should see her with a bucket of popcorn. The trailers won't even be playing it. So, oh, go get another refill. Huh?
So
And then she has big belly full of butter and popcorn. Me, on the other hand, I'll eat through all the candy and drink all the soda before the trailer starts.
So yeah said people must get to know you guys. Yeah, and Ben said, "Is it stressful being an engineer over there?" It depends on how you define stressful, and then the type of company you are working with. I love where I am currently. I'm learning a lot. I just started, so I'm just
Really good people there.
good people that I'm just now integrating into the company and learning the company. But I think as time goes on, I'll be fine. Yeah. Because I see people there who love the company who have been there for years. So hopefully it works out for me. Um Ben is asking Chris, what is your occupation?
Me? I work for a retail company as a salaried manager. So I run their digital side of it.
And yeah, is asking when next are we coming live? Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll try and come
Let's try
live
and do it an earlier one tomorrow so you
early
can catch
tomorrow.
people
Yeah.
in different countries when they're actually awake. You see, I know with Didi, their time zone, we're 8 hours difference. And with Ghana and Nigeria, we're like 6 hours difference. So it's not always easy trying to find everyone to get online. And then we're also trying to get more viewers here in our time zones too.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we've not been able to have more
From Canada,
people
America,
in
South
Canada, America, and South America to follow our channel. So that is the big problem because at least if they follow us, then we'll be able to do lives on in our time zones too. So that is what we are struggling with right now. Didi said, yeah, Tina needs it. We need the dates. Dates night. I can do something too.
Tonight we can watch a movie, and I actually found a new movie. It was on Netflix. I don't recall the name. I'm really bad about that. It's a Jennifer Lopez movie. So if you've ever seen Angelina Jolie in Salt, where she plays that assassin, it's kind of like that. I think it's called like The Mother or something, but it's with Jennifer Lopez. Him and I were briefly watching it between me playing with him and cleaning up, but from the parts I could hear, it's really good. So we should sit down and actually watch that tonight. And we've also been watching a lot of the Tom Clancy stuff too. I've been getting her into Tom Clancy.
Didi said it's 3:33 a.m. Didi is Austin back from work. Did he go to?
What time is it here? It is 6:30 p.m. here. So yeah.
Yeah. Did you
that's a 9-hour difference.
Yeah, did Austin go to work today? Do you guys want to come live? Let's chat a little bit. Let us know. I know it's three over there. I don't know why you are still awake.
Not last live stream, but the live stream before, we actually had Didi's family on. So if you guys want to check out that live stream, they're talking about tourism where they live in Dubai. Great video, great information.
Yeah.
Of course, I have to talk slower because the American accent does not translate over well when I talk fast.
Yeah.
Your poor brother.
How do I say it? Didi, it's Friday. It's Friday. I remember when I was single back in Montana.
You were free range.
When I was a free range in Montana.
Hey, free range chicken, as we were all calling her. She wasn't one of those cooped up chickens. She was free range. She was running through the fields.
Fridays were fun for me. And even when we started dating too, Fridays, oh sorry. If I
Okay.
try putting him down to trouble.
Yeah, we can't put him down yet.
He doesn't want to.
When he wants dad cuddle time, he knows it's a dad cuddle. This baby is by the clock. He is by time.
Oh,
Oh, what did Instagram say?
someone, Chris, they want to request to join our live. I don't know. Let me see. I know Florence, but I don't know if she's the one really. Yeah. Crystal Daco is asking from Instagram, how is motherhood treating you? It's actually been getting fun.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the hard stuff. Mama gets to have fun. The baby's already fed and changed when she comes home.
Oh yeah, it's actually just watching him grow is it's kind of nice, but I feel like I'm still missing out a lot.
So I think with Adriel's page, what we can do, and I was thinking about it,
Mhm.
definitely gear our own baby kid stuff like that. But I want to get little costumes and outfits from Amazon, or if we can find some local ones. And then maybe we can do like matching outfits where like Adriel can dress up like a cowboy and I'll dress up like a horse and he can sit on me. We'll have like different fun stuff.
That is nice.
You never know, if Adriel becomes a superstar,
Mm.
we can start doing autographed photos. Photo 1 of
Okay.
100.
Mhm. Oh, you and your son have plans.
Oh yes.
So yeah, said it's 12:28 in Cameroon, right?
Oh wow.
Nice. Thank you so much. We really appreciate everyone who spends time to stay with us here. Oh, Florence said I'm the one, dear. Yes, sis, how are you doing?
Lawrence,
Yeah.
if you jump on the Facebook page, we also have that one going too.
Oh, Florence, it's nice to see. She said, I love cute Adriel. Thank you. Yeah, sometimes
So if Florence can sometimes get on the Facebook side one,
Mhm.
and then we can send her that link sometime where she can join in, like
Yeah.
Austin did,
Mhm.
where it joins you into the stream. And if you have your own page, you can even what is it, like co-stream?
Mhm.
So it looks like you are actively streaming. So with Austin and I, it looked like to his fans he was going live. They were streaming independently.
Mhm.
For us, we were streaming independently, and then it merged both into one. Merged comments, everything. It was really cool.
Yeah, it's Friday night, so Didi and Austin, if you want to join in, like this
Come
chat.
on, get the popcorn, get the drinks.
Let's chat. Let's chat.
Let's entertain a few people.
Yeah, I have to get a popcorn and some drinks here. Friday night, we can just sit here and chat with people. Yeah,
Mhm.
that would be awesome.
So one thing about Adriel is I was thinking about seeing his first 3 month video, and I think some stuff that we like laughed at. I mean, obviously he rolled earlier than expected, but
Yeah.
he found use of his hands earlier than expected. Besides just putting them in his mouth, he has full grip strength now, and he got that a couple weeks ago, actually,
Mhm.
even right before your like lipstick video. He has this toy that we call Bug. It's like a mix of different bugs. It's really weird. Like you think it's a dragonfly, but it's not a dragonfly. But when he sees that bug, I mean, it's just latched on. He loves his bug, and it's washable. I can wash it in the shower, the washing machine, and then just leave it outside to like dry.
So Didi said, sleep has come knocking. Good night, guys. Good night, Didi.
Good night, Didi.
Hopefully we can come live together tomorrow
Mhm.
if you guys are available. I think we are home all day tomorrow.
Yep.
I'm
We just
going.
have cleaning and moving some stuff around.
Yeah, we have to clean and move some
I
stuff
want to turn
around.
our bed around and face it a different direction, but the
Uh,
problem is the
yeah.
outlets on the wall.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have all the outlets that we actually have currently. One wall has a lot of outlets, the other one doesn't. So we're gonna have to look at that later.
Yep. So, yeah, it's 6:30, so
We already ate. Actually, the food in my little short video is what we ate tonight. I made a lot of it. Tell you, the slow cooker is the way to cook pasta sauce so that it doesn't burn. It takes longer, but it's really
How
good. Slow
long did
cooker
you cook
pasta.
it?
It was literally done within 30 minutes to an hour, but I just let it slow cook for 4 hours to really just render it down,
Oh, okay.
which was great. I love our slow cooker. When I do my chili, I might just shoot that one live.
Okay,
Get all my
that
stuff
doesn't
poured
take a long
out.
time.
Well, no, I can shoot the cooking part of it and then come back later on with a
Mm.
separate video once it's done. The chili I will let cook for literally 24 hours in a slow cooker. And even what I consider to be like one serving, one of each thing that makes my chili, that slow cooker's full. So it'll feed a lot of people. I think we ate for weeks with that chili off and
Yeah,
on.
I really loved it.
Not too spicy, not too sweet, not too tangy. It's just really well balanced.
Yeah.
I wanted to do more meat in it, but I don't think that slow cooker would have handled it. We need like one twice that size to make a big batch one
Yeah.
day.
So yeah, said Chris, I like the way you hold our baby.
Oh
So
yes, and he just
you
curls up. Look at that.
you are
He just
really
curls up and latches on.
husband. Congratulations to the family and of the family of parents. I like that. Uh, bye. Have a good night, yeah.
Have a good
Have
night.
a good night. So maybe we are just going to get off here. Maybe we'll come live on our walk.
Yeah, we'll take our evening walk still
Yeah,
here
we'll
in
take
a
an
couple hours. It's like an hour and a half out. Yeah.
yeah, around 8 p.m. So
Trust me, if it hits 8:05, the baby lets you know, hey, we're late.
so I think I'll just go do some work and then put laundry away. I need to finish some work.
Yeah.
So I'll do that, put laundry away, and
I
then
need to get the kitchen cleaned up.
we'll come back live. So,
Yeah.
oh, hey, baby, thank you. Thank you for the information. Yeah.
Yep, and for those of you that didn't join at the beginning, go ahead and, when this ends, start it over, get some good information on there about keeping yourself safe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it will be very good if you watch the video so that you get to know how to take your information off websites and other search engines.
And also
Okay.
feel free to send us direct and private messages. We do have that open, and when we first got the page set up before we could get everything going, we had a lot of spam bots, so we deactivated all private messaging. So we have opened that back up. It's really well filtered down now.
Yeah.
So feel free to send us messages. We try and check it 2 or 3 times a day. Because it goes to a business page and not our personal, we don't have it set up where it's going to like pop up like a bubble like your personal page.
Mm.
But we do check it. We do check it.
Yep. Chris, I guess your favorite food is he's asking for your favorite food.
Well, my favorite Ghanaian food is the banku, the okra stew. But I also like the shito.
Mm-hmm.
She has to hide that
We
from
have
me,
to teach you how
because
to.
if she doesn't hide it, I'll sit there and I'll eat the whole jar by myself.
Oh, yeah.
American food, I mean, that's really hard. I don't know, when I actually have time to do it right, I like my baked chicken.
What about the steak?
The tacos are good. The steak's good. My ribs. We have a friend that came over and I made 3 racks of ribs, and his nose must have told him, hey, go next door. He ate a whole rack by himself.
Yeah. And Ben said jollof rice with grilled goat meat and with cheese.
Cheese.
People haven't forgotten you adding cheese to jollof rice. He even added cheese to banku. Just imagine.
I was just seeing what the flavor, like, I'll eat the original stuff, obviously, but I like the mixed flavors. How does this taste?
How can
I
you?
don't know, Tina, who was the one that added hoisin sauce to her jollof rice?
I tried it.
Squirt it on the side.
You
Hoisin sauce is like a ketchup or a barbecue sauce. So she put stuff on her jollof that she shouldn't.
No, you are the one who introduced me to hoisin sauce.
And
Actually,
you made the choice to add it.
it's good to use it with your baked chicken, which we've not eaten that.
I haven't eaten my chicken in months.
Yeah.
I haven't even cooked it here.
No, since we came
It's
here.
messy. The way it likes to splatter. I destroyed a toaster oven in 3 years because of it. When I was single, I would buy little 4 packs of chicken thighs. And I'd get home, I started up and it had a convection mode. So it had like an air fan in it, so it'd circulate the hot air. It was one of the early air fryers, essentially. Put my 4 pieces of chicken in there, set it for the 45 minutes at 450, go take my shower, get ready. By the time I'm all ready to eat, ding, it's done, but it's splattered like crazy. I'm surprised. It got to a point where I would turn it onto broil mode and the thing would smoke
Yeah,
like it was gonna
when
catch fire.
he was
You had to open up windows just to cook.
when he was coming to Brookings, I told him, please don't bring that toaster.
No, what she was worried about was the hair dryer. She cared more about that hair dryer than me not. Hey, because I called her the blender and the $300 Ninja that someone gave me, but no, she cared more about that Ninja and hair dryer than
I love the blender. The blender.
she asked where that Ninja was. Didn't ask me how I was doing, if we were safe driving, 1,000 miles. No, she wanted to know, where's the Ninja? Did you put a seatbelt on it? Is it wrapped in bubble wrap? Is it safe? I scared her. I'm like, oh, you want me to keep that? I put that in my giveaway pile. And she makes that Tina noise. Ah.
So, what do you call it? Ben is just making me laugh here. He said, Banku and Shoto with blue cheese.
I'm not a blue cheese fan. I'm not a blue cheese fan.
Don't put ideas in Chris's head.
What you want is extra sharp cheddar.
Don't put ideas in Chris's
What are you
head.
looking for, hon?
My what do you call my earrings? But whatever they call it.
Oh, if it fell into the couch, you're in trouble.
Yeah. So yeah, but I think
Tina loves my tacos. I think you've eaten that most in a long time.
I guess that's
I make really good tacos. I'll put on the filter that distorts you. How about that? Look how tiny Tina got. Hey, losing weight after pregnancy is not easy for everyone, okay? Even as a dad, I got so stressed with the pregnancy, and we got COVID 3 days before he was born. A lot of people don't know that, so I'll just throw it out there. So he's a true COVID baby. She delivered him while we were fully active with COVID. So then we got like a 2 or 3 day stay in the hospital for quarantine, which was cool. I mean, they brought us everything, which was nice.
Yeah.
But no, I couldn't walk the hall with them or anything. So she was recovering from surgery. You were worse off with the COVID at that point than me.
Yeah.
So I had more of the baby bonding time in the first 3 days. I have photos of him, doing skin to skin, him sleeping on me. So he bonded immediately really hard with me. But he still sleeps with you and stuff. Still wants mama. He had fun with the shower last night. I could hear him laughing and screaming.
Oh yes.
His hands and neck are so ticklish.
Yeah.
This baby will holler.
Oh God. I guess we should get off and then come back later.
Yeah, we do have stuff we have to do before we go on the walk. We'll be back on about an hour to an hour and a half.
Yeah.
For our evening walk.
Evening walk. So we'll come back. But it's Friday. Have fun, people. Have fun. Maybe if we don't go out on a date, we can plan something at home.
No, we're gonna go on a date. We'll figure something out.
Have fun.
We'll figure something out.
Okay. Because I'm almost giving up on it.
Why don't we go somewhere tomorrow? We'll see if our neighbor wants to watch him.
We'll see.
If Sister Gifty does.
We'll see. If we want her to watch it, we should have told her earlier. Because she has plans, baby.
Well, then text her now.
People have plans. You don't tell them a day before. That's how US is. If you need something from someone,
You have to ask like a week
like
out.
a week out or even 2 weeks out before. So.
But all right, we'll let everyone go. We'll be back on about an hour to an hour and a half.
Yep. Have a good night. Have a good morning. wherever you're
Good
watching from.
afternoon, good sunrise, good sunset.
Yeah, all of it. Thanks for watching. Kindly share, kindly subscribe. We appreciate everyone who came on this live to chat with us. So thank you. Kindly share, kindly subscribe. And please, the stars we are talking about. I just digital stars. You're not talking about stickers. Thank you. Bye.
Yes, there you go. So that and
I always
and
miss.
on the other one.
I always miss this one.